Hello everyone, it's your friend here, Babatunde Kayode Oluwaseun. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good whatever where you are. Great day, great morning, great evening. The main topic of today, as usual, Babatunde Kayode Oluwaseun, is crisis or rises. Crisis or rises. That question belongs to you, belong to me. But without me hesitating here, I will say my answer is rising. Do you know why? Without no crisis, you don't have a chance of uplifting yourself. Because crisis tickle your mind, ginger your mind, allow you to see from certain angle that you never think of. According to the certain myth, biblical myth or probably religion myth, that in the heaven there was a crisis between, there was a power tussle between so-called God and so-called evil, right? And what do I see with that is that someone looking for certain word that prefer certain people to live, right? With the crisis, that means there's a word that have been unfolding for people to be living. And if you see that crisis and follow the kind of word of that crisis, these are the ones that could be perish in the so-called Red Sea, or could be casted into the unknown or deepless, bottomless pit. Anyway, let's leave biblical myth alone. They are just there for us to, branch in certain bus stop, and we can know, is it my bus stop or is it my, place, or am I still on the right direction of life? Crisis or rises? I said to you, I take rises. In a crisis, what I'm trying to let you guys know is that in a crisis, is your intention of what to be creating for you. That's a word inside some people that was unfolding for some people to live. And it's now for you to, take that word and say, yeah, that is my word, lovely word. Word of rises. That's for men. And in the crisis word, if you don't dig into it, if you don't find out what the purpose of it, if you go on a panic, rumbling, and worried mind, you enter to their world. Remember, on this case, no right, no wrong. It's deep. But when we get into that level, we will know that. Well, no right, no wrong. Let me give you a little story regarding that. There was a little boy. Two of them, little boys, two of them. One is that love drinking a lot. He loved drinking. He loved his liquor. He loved it. That's the dad. And the other one sees dad love puffing all the time. Call it. It's a chimney. It was a chimney. Remember, we're talking about two boys now, and what's the purpose of that two boys history? I mean, story. The purpose of it is that no right, no wrong, which is it's a complex issue. But if you realize it, you know that that's the way of mind of those people that governing your mind rule. The boy that was, growing up seeing his dad drinking a lot. When he get to a certain age, he died. The lung pack off, and the dad pack off as well. Liver pack off, lung pack off, the old man pack off. Luckily, the boy was alive, and he's still alive up to now. And the other boy, growing up seeing his dad as a great chimney, smoking a lot, without not looking after themselves. After a certain age as well, probably around 2022, the dad pack off, lung pack off, kidney pack off, the old man gone. Okay, the first one that saw his dad, smoking. He gave up. He don't want to see anything smoking. Don't want to see anything, you know, drinking. He don't like it at all. He see as a forbidden material. He didn't touch it because he know the damage that it could cause. And they asked him, why didn't you like smoking or even drinking? If you can't smoke, come on. You have to drink. And this young man said to the people, I don't like it because he saw his dad die of that. And there's another guy that saw his dad, that growing up, seeing his dad drinking and enjoying his life, and later on dead, untimely dead. Death anyway. Anyway, death is death. Then they ask him as well, hello, fella, why do you like drinking too much? The other guy that really that saw his dad growing up drinking, he loved his liquor too. So he's drinking it. And they ask him, why don't you like giving up what you drink? He said, of why? Why should I give up? Because I saw my dad drinking it, and I embrace it as well. You see, two of them go their own reason of taking certain path. Death, agony death for both parents is a crisis in their family. But one sees it as a way of rising, while the other one sees it and embrace the crisis to the end of his own life. One sees it that drinking and embrace it and drink a law as well. He love it. He turned to bottle lover. The other one saw that growing up seeing his dad smoking and having timely death. He saw it as a forbidden. And from that, he used that as a stepping ladder for him to rise. And remember, the topic of today is crisis or rises. And I will say to you that in the middle of where we are at the moment, I know of a country in this time of crisis, right, that are going globally all around the world because certain group of people want to create a world for other beings to live. Is their dream. Nothing wrong in dreaming. It's now up to you to welcome my dream in your world. Right? Anyone got right to dream whatever dream they want. It's a free world, remember? They can give you a restriction or say, okay, I want you to come to this country. I don't want you to come to this country. Restriction and control. But you see, in here and in here, no restriction. You are the only restriction of that. And that's the world we're trying to go to now. When during the time of this crisis, certain country that I don't want to mention, if I mention certain thing, I want, because utterance is powerful, I want them to rise. So if you mention good name, they grow up. If you mention bad name, they grow up, because utterance is an energy. That's why they're able to trend. But you can use allegory to, allegory, just to narrate your story around them, because you don't want them to trend too much. Because you know the power of giving them utterance energy. If you mention their name, you're giving them energy. A country that know the worth that he wants his own citizen to live, he gave them certain thing. Some country give them small cup of rice and some little token. And some other country know the world that he wants his citizen to live. Give them certain thing so they can stay on the lane and still be useful for the nation. You see, in the same time of crisis, that's why I'm saying, in the time of crisis, see your own rises. How can you see your own rises? That's when you should create your own world inside you. That's why you should start imagining the world you want to live. The world of apps, the world of natural, the world of nature, the world of cleansing. I myself am a gas engineer, I'm a plumber. And there's certain thing we call power flushing in the system. When the system has been dirty, or the radiator in the system will be contaminated with rusted water that will be circulating. Once you power flush the system, what's the power flushing? We have to drain the system, all those dirty water, drain them out, put chemical in a power flushing machine, pump it through the system, and flush the system out. That's what's a power flushing. That's my own engineering skill. And this applies to human being as well. When it's a cleansing, we do the same thing when we want to install new boiler. I'm a registered gas engineer, so I can install boiler. When you want to install new boiler, it's been instructed in new boiler manual, installation manual, that never install this boiler without system be cleansed. And when you do finish that, there's a certain we call benchmark that you have to fill, and they will ask you as well if the system has been power flush, has been cleaned, and probably what kind of chemical you use. Anyway, let's leave engineering word alone. We now engineer our own self. Humans love to service their car, clean the system in their house, renovate their house. But when it comes to themselves, the main, it's a different bargain. With it, if you want new word during the time of this crisis, if you don't want to choose crisis, if you want to choose rises in abundance, rises in joy, rises in good health, rises in good thinking, then you have to go with proper cleansing of yourself. With the power flushing before new boiler install, this is like you cleanse your system before new baby coming in you. Let's say you taking a lot of manufacturing food and a lot of fast food and all that. When you want to have a new baby or preparing a new baby, all those things should be cleansed. Water, grapes, herbs, vegan food, and eat a lot of vegetable for certain days that will bring your system back to normal. Because you know why? We're so blessed as a human that every second as we breathe in, our system growing. That is secret. As we breathe in, everything in you growing. Once you stop certain things for you, that's why certain religion, allow fasting or probably reducing certain things. Because you know why? Once you take in certain thing in the system, you keep on piling up, piling up, piling up. And after a certain time that you wake up, say, okay, probably your body can't bear it anymore. There will be certain sign from your skin, from your feet, from your fingers, from your joint, from your eyes, and from your head as well. Once you know all that, then you can stay. Listen, I choose to be rise, not crisis. Then you start reducing those stage and apply new good food, and the body wake up without even see no GP, without even see no doctor. Remember the topic of today: crisis or rises. And I tell you gallantly that I prefer to choose rises in greatness, rises in good thinking, rises in abundance, rises in good health. The people that are creating the world of crisis for you, they got reason. They call government, governing your mind. Though I'm not criticizing the formation of government, because where there's no order, there will be battalions of anarchy. Because human mind are different, and that is the powerful machine to be governed. And if there's no proper rule and regulation to it, is above imagine what it could do. That's why the plan has been laid down that these people, by small fringe of people, but I'm not gonna mention no name, as I said earlier. Mentioning a name is a great utterance. I prefer mentioning my name, Babatunde Kaudi Oluwaseun, to give myself high, vibrant. If I know your name, I'll mention it. Ajoke, David, Tony, Abiola, Bukola, Ahmed, Jonathan, right? I can mention your name for abundance of your life, but there's people that create crisis, their name shouldn't be mentioned, because we don't want any trend for the shenanigans, because they live in their own world anyway, and they're creating their own dream. And you can't stop nobody for his own dream. The only way for you to stop the person of dreaming is to exclude yourself out of their dream, out of their world. How could that be? You have to start dreaming rise. You have to start seeing yourself rising. You have to start seeing yourself growing. And you have to start creating battalions of your own disciple and colleague. And you have to delete the mind of fear. And you have to cleanse yourself to allow good thinking. You have to eat healthy to stay healthy. You have to be around nice people to rub mind with good minds. You have to go far away from mind vampires. Right? Topic of today, as I said, crisis or rises. And I made mention of certain country that during the crisis, the worth, what they think that country's citizen worth is what they gave them. Because during the crisis, that will show your worth. If you are not worth nothing, you can go with the crisis. If you're worth a lot, you stay to see the new world. That means the crisis has been, you know, benched. Okay? Religion tests say different things, right from our own traditional religion to other religion of, you know, to other religion of other way. I don't want to mention no name. I just want us to use our own imagination. And when can you use that too much? It's for our own self. Start picturing yourself and see yourself in a certain picture that you prefer to see yourself. Because without no rises, right? Without you thinking of rises, crisis is on the way, and we don't want no crisis. We don't want no crisis. When the crisis come and we know the world we live in, the kind of world we want, we can sail through the through the storm easily. But if you don't have an idea of the world you are, that's what we call bias minded. You worried a lot, and trust me, worry doesn't do nothing but it kill, it destroy. Right? I think this would be, it would be very, very helpful. There's an example of cars being looking after, but human refuse to look after themselves. The example of house being renovated, but human refuse to renovate their mind. There's the sample of system, central heating system being power flush and cleansed, but human refuse to cleanse their system to power flush themselves. And this crisis that happen, that certain government groups give you certain thing and you keep on talking about them. Don't mention your name. Don't mention their name. Mention your name. How you want, what do you think you worth? Because what you think you worth, what they think you worth, that's what they presented to you. That's what they give to you. And that should be that should give you a wake-up call. Sorry about that. That should give you a wake-up call that listen, is that real? Are they, these people really mean this? Is that my worth? Yes. Do you know why? Because they don't want you to think outside that crisis. They want you to think more. If you don't got enough, then you think how to get more from them. And as far as you channeling your mind toward them, you building their own energy tower. And that's why I don't want to mention no name, because I don't want to mention or probably build energy tower for people that are not really in support of humanity. I'm not against nobody, because every being are there for certain purpose. And that's why I say no right, no wrong. A certain book we call Tao Te Ching. If you know how it goes, I mentioned that book because it's a book of humanity that shows you that nothing to be worried about. That nothing is it doesn't worth it. You are the king maker inside you. And you are the new world maker inside you. And you are the ariser inside you. And you are the crisis stopper inside you. For us to be able to see this, let's embrace it as quick as possible and start doing something about that now. Future is not tomorrow. Future is what we project now. I said in a couple of our video, you are the victory. Is there. metaphysics of spermatozoa is there. Your golden self is there. Power of your mind. These are my video that's been done. Check it on Babatunde Kaode YouTube channel. We are here to uplift our own mind because nothing wrong this world, Nothing wrong here, only mind. And that's what people are trying to govern with crisis without even know. And we can be saying that we will last longer, and we might not. But wherever we leave behind can last years. And if you create certain mind for other people, it helps a lot. That means even if you don't have a baby or probably having a child of your own biological, one, your utterance, your advice, your enlightenment that you pass on to people, you have a thousand of offspring, of siblings. Because when people wake up and listen to your word, you open their mind. I'm not belong to any religion. I belong to spiritual cartel, greatness, group. I don't welcome, I don't against or probably sign up for any religion. But I know we are individual spiritual entity, and that's the only realm I belong to. Check our channel, Babatunde Kayode Oluwaseun. Babatunde Kayode Oluwaseun. Check us on YouTube and have a look of what information we pass on. The topic of today that you should never forget: crisis or rises. And I will say, let's all embrace rises, because rises is ours. Thank you very much. Have a lovely day. Rises shall we be, and rises shall we belong.